Hi, and welcome to my latest Minecraft stream. Welcome to my world of Raven's Isle. And as you can see, I've been working on this for a while. But I thought today we would just continue building on our little village. So let me give you a quick tour of the village. So over here we have the entrance to it, which goes through the side of a mountain. Down here we have a little let's drop down. That'd make more sense, Luna. Here we have a little mushroom growing house. So if we come down this path here, we have them. Obviously, they sell mushrooms, so there's a little tent site with a little awning. Drop down a little bit, and we go this way. Here is where you can buy all sorts of regular wheat and dry wheat. He's just kind of relaxing there. If we go up this way, this will take us to the wheat farm. I tried to keep the landscape as much as possible and just built within it. So here's the farmer's house. Kind of a very simple build. Let me clear my inventory a little bit. This is left over from when I built the flower farm, which we'll see a little bit later. Here is the debug stick, and this is a data pack add-on of Vanilla Tweaks, the statues, which just lets me change my armor stands into different positions. And I kind of just make them look like villagers. So as I said, we have a very small kitchen. They cook here on the fire. And once again, I forgot to turn my fan on. Give me 1 second. I was having trouble getting into Twitch. Hence why I forgot to turn my fan on. If I don't turn my fan on, my laptop will be smoking. And everything is going to be a bit... There we go. I thought it was going to give me a hard time about quitting. So let me just jump here. Close that out. And we'll just launch back into Minecraft. So this world I have been working on for several months now, probably about 2. If you go over to YouTube, and the channel is called Creating with Una, you can watch the world creation from the beginning. It's kind of like a medieval slash fantasy world. Not sure if anybody would like a tour of it, but maybe that for a later stream I'll do a tour. I have several data packs and resource packs installed, so if you have a question about any one of those that I'm using, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. I'll be more than happy to tell you what they are, but I will try to point them out as I use them in the video. Okay, so now that we're back in our little wheat farmer's house, you can see we have a small kitchen area and a small fireplace where they cook food. If we squeeze in here, we can go up the ladder. Tiny little bedroom with a little candle. Pop the door open, and they can look out at the world around them on their teeny tiny balcony. That area over there I am saving for a special stream, so we're not going to worry about that right now. So you can get down the ladder. Does anybody else have problems going up and down the ladder? I'm absolutely horrible with it. So you can see in this village, the houses, or the buildings really, are all made of different types of wood. I just figured, this area kind of built up over a long period of time, and people would bring different resources with them. So it's not really going to match like the houses or the buildings were all built at the same time. So we're here now at our honey farm. We come over here, we can see the bees happily working. While I love the bee texture, the sound absolutely drives me crazy. I can't stand that buzzing sound. So here is our honey. Oops. There we go. So here is our honey farm house. It's built with using barrels, oak, and pine, I believe it's called. Spruce, not pine. So let's go in and take a quick look. So there again, I use barrels for the floor. So I just added some nice pictures and another kind of simple sink and cutting area. And I don't know, maybe the honey business is good, so this is why they have all the artwork. Plop down here. Kind of sneak over this way, and here's just where they're selling. We have some beeswax for sale, some honey, although I don't know, I probably should put a lid on that. Don't want bugs getting in our honey, and some honey mead. So this is the statue data pack I was telling you about. You can put Steve's head on it, and then you can put all sorts of different armor on it. The data pack I'm using for the graphics is Alakri City, as I said, which gives it a way more medieval feel. Also, it does change the clouds. It's a bit glitchy at times, but for the most part, it's pretty good. So we come up here. Here is our weeping wisteria tree. I probably went a little bit over the top making this tree, but I don't care. I like it. Eventually, this area is going to be like a little park area for them to just sit and just relax. So next, let's go take a quick look at our little well. So just a simple wooden well that they get their water from. If we come back to our wheat farm for a second, you can see we have the mature wheat up front and then the younger wheat in the back. Another custom tree, which has some bees' nests in it, so we're not going to get too close. If we come back down this way, and I think, again, I forgot to turn some of my volume down. One of these days, I will get this right and remember to turn everything down. So let's bring it down to like 20%. I streamed a couple nights ago, and the sound effects were so loud that you could hardly hear what I was saying. So I ended up deleting the video. Oh. So if we come down here, actually, let's go visit our tree farm. So, obviously it's a tree farm, so they want to have some nice landscaping. Got a couple little custom trees here. Some azalea bushes. And apparently the tree farming business is very good, because look at the size of this house. This is probably the biggest house I built in Minecraft so far, and probably one of the most detailed ones. Over here we have a bunch of custom trees just to make the area look a little bit pretty. So let's go on inside. These little stones are mini stones from the Mini Stones data pack, Vanilla Tweaks, and those you can get at the Grindstone. So you can see we have oak and the spruce flooring with oak trapdoor panels as flower boxes. Just kind of continue the striping all around. And a little bit of the rustic dark oak. Let's open this. So let's start in the kitchen area. So here's our kitchen area, obviously. So this bread is 3D due to the 3D Foods data pack. It is out of date. It has not been updated for this version of Minecraft, but it still works well. I have the invisible picture frames, which is another one from Vanilla Tweaks. And why I like that one so much as opposed to typing in the code is I never type in the code right. So all I do is slap some picture frames on the wall, hit shift, use my shears, and now I have invisible picture frames. So here's another one of the City data pack. As you can see, my iron doors are now black. It also changes the stone cutter to be more round. And I think here that's like kind of like a paper towel holder. We're not going to call that a stone cutter. Excuse me, gotta take a quick drink. Sorry about that. So over here is an example of Ket's Fernicraft. So like any of the cabinets you see and the refrigerator are from there. Very simple to use. You do have to create your own carpenter's table, but they do act as storage if I get close enough to click on them. And some little plants and some mushrooms that are sitting on the counter getting ready to chop. The furniture you see here and over here is also from Fernicraft. Excuse me. They can be made with any wood and white wool, and then you can dye it using the dyes. And so I just did it here to match, oh my goodness, pardon me, match the rug. We come down in here to our sunroom. You know, we can sit here and watch the pretty sunset. We can also see our tree house, our greenhouse from here where our little saplings are growing as I walk into a lantern. And, you know, just some nice little trees to sit in here. Just kind of a nice little place to sit and relax. Love how the Alacrity data pack changes the steps so when you use it as a roof, you have this nice little support. The tables and the bench are from Fernicraft. So let's come up this way. Another example of the statues data pack I'm using. It lets you turn the armor stands invisible. So now you can have like a pair of boots sitting by the door. And just a cute little dining room table. Try to get fancies with the candles. I'm not sure I like them the way they are now. But we'll come into the office area. And you can see business is good. It has some nice artwork on the wall. Some custom banners, a nice fancy birch desk. And if we look out, we can see our fancy trees. I don't know why it talks like that, but so let's come up this way. So I don't have a name for this village yet. Still working on it. And these two are just the upstairs bedroom. So here's the master bedroom. I don't know why, but I always gotta stop and look out the windows. And here's the other kind of smaller bedroom, but this one has closets in it. I mean, they only hold one item, one outfit, but hey, still closet. So let's return downstairs. What I was thinking building this time around is kind of a watchtower. You know, because they should really have guards just to keep everybody safe. So if we follow the path up this way, you can see here, I got a horse going there. So here are our little trees getting accustomed to the outdoors in their little pots. All of these custom made. Come up over here. You got a little faucet. This trick does work better with the regular Minecraft visual resources because the stained glass isn't outlined in black, but I still think it works. So we have our pretty, I love the cherry blossom trees in these. I just love the little petals falling down, and whoops, I forgot to cover this one with a trapdoor. So we'll just quickly throw this down like that. And now we'll head into the treehouse. Why do I keep calling it the treehouse? The greenhouse. So this is there again, spruce and dark oak. I did use gray for the stained glass windows just to give it a kind of a different feel. And here are all of our potted plants, well actually trees, that are getting ready to be going outside soon. And in the back we have some tool storage. This is PK tool racks. So as you can see, depending on what tools you put in, if you have them on, they can either go on the ground or they can go up on the wall. And depending on which way you're using it, if you're on the ground, I think you can store up to 3 tools. If they're on the wall, you can only use 1. And if you click on it, well, not like that. Oh my goodness. But if you, I believe it's you right click on it, it gives you the tool. There we go. Yeah, we got to right click. Don't be like me and just left click on it and break your tool rack. But I'll come back and fix that later. I'm always breaking stuff when I shouldn't be. So let's kind of hop over here. Just trying to speed this up a little bit. So if we come up over this way, we have our community bell. I don't have any villagers in here, so nobody's going to come running. You know, ring that in case you need help. Or in case of an emergency. So if we come this way, this will lead us to our flower farm. I have 2 ways for the flower farm, but I kind of like this way better, and I really need to do something about my bamboo. It's going sky high, and my vines too. Oops. I forgot to put string on top of them to stop them from growing. So, you know, we have the flowers that have been picked and are put in the pots, getting ready to go to the village, the other village. I have some tools left on the table. This one I left it where the tools are kind of hanging off the table. I have some pretty sunflowers. So this one house, I really need to do something with that bamboo. Oh my goodness. So this house I did a little bit differently. I did it more in kind of like a circle shape, similar to the mushroom houses I made a while ago. And just did it kind of with a spruce, dark wood, and netherrack. And then some green stained glass for accenting. As I said, this one, it's not very big. Okay, so that is my village up to this point. I did want to, over here this way, once I figure out how I want to build it, this is going to be like where all the animal farms are, you know, horses, pigs, cows. I'm probably just going to do a base farm that has all the animals, maybe a chicken farm and a horse farm. I'm not going to give each one an individual farm. Because I do want to do something cool over here, because I do have a broken nether portal. So I would kind of like to build some sort of ancient tower around it. Or at least I think that's another portal. If it is part of another portal, let me know. I'm not sure. I generally only play Minecraft in creative mode. One day I'll play it in survival. So let's see. I was thinking of building my tower maybe right about here. But I would have to knock down that mountain. I'm not sure I want to do that. Let's see. I don't want to put it over there. The reason I don't want to put it over there is that's kind of like an abandoned area. Okay, you know what? We are going to put it right here because most likely if they were going to be attacked, it would be from this area. It's really the only open area they have. The rest are kind of surrounded by mountains, and then you have the river flowing through it. So, yeah. So we're going to clear this area. Hopefully this time around, my sounds aren't blocking me out as I talk. like last time, which was really, really irritating. So what I do like to do is once I'm done clearing the land, I don't like to leave the dirt there. I may go back in and add it later on if I think it fits with the build. I don't know why, it's like a pet peeve of mine. So I do want to build this particular lookout tower, more of a lookout tower. It's not like the giant watchtower I built earlier in the game. But this one I think I want to build out of bamboo. I do want to try the natural blocks of bamboo. Let's see, we'll do bamboo planks. Need bamboo stairs. Well, let's do the mosaic bamboo. I don't work much with the mosaic bamboo. Not sure why. So I'll put these down. So these will be our colored palette. Let's see, in here, let me set up my palette over here. This might look a bit bland at the moment. I like to get my main build done and then I'll go back and I'll add the accent pieces. So one of the things I do is I do try to work out my base building style, I guess it's called. Or actually my base building outline done in the wool, so it makes it a lot easier for me to see, and then later on I'll go back and I'll like correct any mistakes I made. So this one's going to be, I think, taller, not as much as wide as the other one. So generally I'll do like the black for the pillars. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 7. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that I have the base out, I'm going to go back in and just take out pieces I don't need. Okay, what did I do wrong? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I want to keep that there as like my entrance. So I'm just going to knock these out at the moment. So now I'm going to go, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do the same here. We're going to come along and connect them. I do use contrasting colors, so this makes it easier to hopefully catch my mistakes before I'm too far along in the build. Does it always work? No. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is find where I put my fence because I want to test something. I am really bad at visualizing stuff, so I want to make sure I'm going to have enough room for my other higher up towers. And this we can change even later. We can even change it to trapdoors. But this is just a example to give me a starting point. Of course, I did that and I deleted my sponge, not my sponge, my carpet. It's going to go up another, like 4. Let's look at have it go up 5. No, let's make it 4 because I want to move it over 1. So these are just going to be temporary blocks. Now I know you wouldn't be doing this in survival mode, but it just helps me see stuff better. Go up 2 and 3. So now the thing you have to know with my builds is what I build one night, I may hate the next. And next time I stream, you may see something totally different. That's just how I am. But I will always point out the changes to you. This way definitely does take longer to build, but I find it much easier. So let's hop on down here and take our another bamboo wood. Fence, actually, not wood. Well, it is banded wood. Okay, so now we're going to go up a couple more. And you know, if you also just want to do a diagonal block, you don't have to use the step like I did, you can do that. I usually do the separate color if I'm doing a lot of diagonal steps, and then I'll come back through and just knock them all down. You could even do it like that too. Now this one I think will make up go 4. 2, 3, 4. This way you're up nice and high. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I know it looks absolutely hideous right now. That's okay, because hopefully it'll come together in the end. Does it always? Nope. But better find out at this stage than when you have everything all set in place and you absolutely hate it, which I will be honest, I have had happen. Now I'm going to do the blue blocks for the roof. Oops. Oh, and that's why I do it that, because I miscounted on that one. And this is just going to have like a simple roof. So something like that. Just make sure you, wherever you build your peak, make sure when you build the next peak, you're opposite it. And you can see here, I goofed. And then we'll just switch to black real quick to connect them. So when I change a color like this, this just signifies to me I either want to change the type of block I'm using, whether it's stone to wood or wood to stone, or use the same material, just kind of have like a bit of a different texture on it. It's going to kind of come back and take a look. Not bad, I don't think. So let's get started. So I'm going to start replacing certain blocks. What I would like to do, is like use the regular tree bamboo as the stairs. Well, not the stairs, as kind of supporting poles of it. Hi, bee. Could you please go away? You're kind of freaking me out. No offense, but I don't like that sound. Nothing personal. Okay. Yeah, that idea is not going to work. Okay, so when something like that happens, we are just going to go and we'll switch it out. So what would look like it would go good with the bamboo? I would say probably the dark oak. I do like the dark oak. So I'm just going to throw that in my palette. Sometimes you have something visually, you think it'll work, and then you actually see it, and it's like, ooh, that was such a bad idea. I also have a debug stick, so when I make a mistake like that, I just flip it. So I'm going to go around and replace the main pillars, all with the dark oak. And as I said, then I'll come back around and add the accent details. Bee, there's really no flowers over here. Why are you here? What am I doing? Hey! Shooby. In the mornings when I walk my dog, we have a garden that's full of wildflowers. And let me tell you, the past couple of weeks, at 7 o'clock in the morning, oh man, can you hear those bees on there? They are so loud. There's like 20 of them there every morning. All you can hear is this buzzing noise. I mean, I'm happy for the bees. I'm glad that they're around, because if not, we wouldn't have food. But on the same token, it's like, you're kind of sounding creepy there. I don't know. For some reason, I don't like the buzzing noise. Probably has to do with the fact every year we we're not sure why, we have a carpenter bee, almost type bee instead of day, that likes to hang around our back door. Never makes a nest or anything, but likes to follow you around when you go outside, or gets in front of your face and just sits there and buzzes. It's like he wants to be your friend. I'm like, hi. You're kind of creeping me out. Could you leave now? Oops. So we're almost done installing the pillars. And then we're going to go back and install the centerpiece as to how they climb up through. So that I find is best probably to start here. Kind of just drop down. Oh, didn't need to do it on that one. Ugh. So there again, this one I'll probably do dark oak again. Just do something like this. Whee! Plop. So next we're going to do the mosaic tiles. Just kind of step back. Yeah, it's kind of a cool look with the dark oak. So just kind of add them in. So as I said, it does take a little bit longer to build this way, but I find it in the long run I actually end up going quicker because I don't get to the very end and find out I goofed somewhere in my calculations, or like here I didn't really get, like here how I got nice in the center. Other times I have not ended up with it in the center. And it's like, I gotta start all over again. As I said, once we get done doing this, we'll go back around and we'll add the decorations to it. Or accents, some people like to call them. Like, I'm definitely not going to keep the bamboo ladders. That's not looking quite the way that I want it to. It's kind of looking a bit blah. Okay, I mean, it's a lookout tower. It's not going to be super duper fancy, but let's make it look a lot better than what it is. So right now the plan is for me to stream 2 nights a week. My goal is Tuesday nights, and then again on Friday nights. Obviously, I'm hoping my longer streams will be on Friday night because, you know, I don't have work on the weekend. So most of them will be featuring like maybe a build or a project I'm working on. Okay, so next we're going to go do the roof. And I think what I'm going to do is switch. Oh. Well, I said this blue part was the roof. This is actually the pillars. So there. So let me get back on track. So I was saying, I was planning on streaming Tuesdays and Friday nights. The stream that'll last probably a couple hours will be Friday nights because I don't have work Saturdays. And then the shorter stream will be Tuesday nights. I do have to be at work at like 7. Well, actually, this year they changed my hours. I don't have to go until 8. But still. Oops. Well, you shouldn't be putting that upside down like that. So our roof is coming along nicely. I'll probably go with something darker, or maybe check out the bamboo trapdoors. That may be a bit of a different texture for the outer railing. Don't get the angle just right, it flips it on you. But most of the time it'll just be me building in creative mode. Down the road, I do plan on trying to play in survival. It is actually something I have never done in Minecraft. So we shall see how that goes. So now we're going to go on the inside and just start giving our support structures. Oops. That's why it looked funny. I forgot to put the dark oak stairs there. I'm like, wait a minute, that's looking lopsided. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so I don't know if I should do the dark oak or the bamboo as the support. I mean, I think the bamboo kind of looks cool. Like that. Let's take a quick look at the dark oak. I think the dark oak looks better. So I'm going to stick with the dark oak. What do you guys think? If you have any build trip tips or tricks you'd like to tell me about, please do. I love learning how to build in new ways in Minecraft. Okay, let's come and get the inside. Oops. Yeah, I'm partway through while talking to you guys. I did realize I did make a little bit builder error, but I kind of like how it came out. So you can see here I have the structure moving in and up this way. And if we drop down here, I have it moving over this way and up. but we're just going to say it gives better support. It gives better structural support. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so now let's start looking at some accents. So I did say I wanted to take a look at the bamboo trapdoor and see how that looks. I don't know, that might be still too much bamboo. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool door, but okay, let's try trapdoors again. Let's use a nice accent color. Maybe acacia? I don't want to go totally with just dark oak wood all the way around. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty cool. So, knock out this fence. Helps if you hit the right button. And not to be too close. Oh, excuse me. Allergies. Have them year round. Lucky me. Whoop, only me could fall right in the hole that I built. Does anybody else find the sounds of Minecraft relaxing? I don't mean like the mobs and stuff, but I mean just placing doors or breaking the blocks and adding the blocks. I don't know. There are times when I can't, it's going to sound funny. There are times when I can't sleep at night, so I'll just put on a video of somebody building something and let's do the sounds and go to sleep. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just weird. Aha! This time I didn't fall in the hole. Whee! Uh-oh. I almost forgot to fly. So to me, it is missing something. So, oops, didn't want to do that. I mean, other than the ladder for them to get up and down. So I think I will add a little bit of a ledge, another ledge. I do like things to look pretty. And it just, I think, adds a bit of more style to it. Oops. Lots of times when I'm finishing up a build, I'll add a lot of plants and trees to it, but I don't think a lookout tower really needs those. So let's step back and see how it looks. Looks pretty neat. So we'll continue on with it. May at the very top switch it up a bit. Just to keep things interesting. I mean, you also kind of want I think the watchtower to stick out a little bit. You know, kind of as a warning to pillagers and stuff. Oops. So as I said, I want to just change it and have it flipped up this way. May not stay like that. I may decide I hate it. But I'm a very visual person, so I need to see things. Whee! And let's drop our roof down a little bit just to give them a bit more shelter, particularly for the poor guy that's up top. I'm not going to bring it all the way down because I don't really want to block their view. Otherwise, that kind of defeats the purpose of a watch tower. But what I think we can do is extend it a little bit this way. I do know there's a way in Creative to set it so the time cycle doesn't work, but I like the time cycle because I do like to see my builds both in day and night. Just not at the stage in creating. Okay. So now that's going to add the ladder. Wish the ladder came in different colors. Probably should look and see if there's a data pack that does that. Aha. I love first mistake. Oops. Okay, I do want to add just some little supports in here. Actually, in this case, it should go this way. And for the rest of the build, they should go this way. there, that's fine because the roof already is supported. So next we need to add lights. But you know what? We should probably block this area off. I don't know. Should we? Yeah, let's get our bamboo fence and block it off. And I'm not going to build it all the way up. Because I do want it to look different than the other watchtower I built. That's where the gate's going to go. Next, because this area is a bit more rustic, going to be adding our, woohoo, my mouse has a mind of its own. Sorry guys. I think I'm going to need a new mouse. I apologize for that. I had to take another drink. So let's get our torches. Now I think there used to be a way that you can put a picture frame and then a torch on it. So do that, and I think if you hold shift, oh, that ain't gonna work. So we'll have to do it like that. I mean, it does look like it's far enough away from the wall that we shouldn't have any issues. So I do want to put torches on all sides. Obviously not. Okay, it's a bee. It's like, what is that flying up there? When we get done with this, I'll show you my other watchtower that I built. As I said, it's kind of hard for me to talk and build at the same time, but I'm trying to get better at that. So let's take, before we take a quick look at it at night, let me delete this stuff in the background. I'm going to start calling you Mr. Bumbles. That bee right there is Mr. Bumbles. He keeps like hanging around. So let's just kind of fly a little bit further back. And see, it's pretty decently tall sized. Tall size, that's a really good speaking, Luna. So down we go. Come up here. So you can see everything that's going on over here. And then out that way. As I said, this would probably be the most likely way they'd be attacked with how flat the land is. It's kind of hard for them to come over the mountains on these three sides. Let's go up to the second level. And let's go up to the final. Whoop, I am horrible going up ladders. Level. Yeah, where we can see the entrance to the village from here. You can see out over this way in the river and the big field. As I said, over here I'm probably going to put some farmland. I'll probably have it stretched out this way. And then kind of, as I said, I want to do something with that area over there that had that really cool lava feature and maybe portal, another portal. Okay, so before we end for tonight, if I can get down the ladder, I do want to show you what this looks like at night. And I'll take you on a quick tour of what I have built on the other side of the map. Oh, I said it today. Did it again. You want midnight. And so this is what our watchtower looks like at night. And already found a little mistake. And this is why I like to check my builds at midnight, because I can see the lighting better. And it lets me set the scene. If I want to go for spooky, I just use less lighting. And if I want to go for a regular look, I do more. And so that's what our tower looks like, all complete and at night, lit up. I do like how it turned out. As I said, I don't normally use bamboo. I'm kind of a spruce and dark oak girl, apparently, if you look at my builds. I'm trying to move away from that and experiment a bit more. But before we go, I will take you and show you what I have built previously in this world. Let me just clear out. I know there's a quicker way to clear out your inventory, but I don't want to have to keep typing in the codes to get the debug stick and the statue manual for the armor stand data packs. As you can see, here's our flower farm, our town bell, our tree greenhouse, our tree farmer's mansion. This is apparently a tree business is doing good. Our weeping wisteria, our bee farm, our wheat farm, and our new tower in the back, watchtower in the background next to the spruce tree, custom tree. Take another quick look at that. I know I showed you guys earlier, but I just like how the root system falls down. Just kind of makes it like a really mighty ancient oak that has seen some better days. Here, as I said, here's our wheat farm. That area we're not going to look at right now because I said that's going to be a special feature. Here's our mushroom farm. I got goofing around in here. I don't know if you guys can see them. Or if they... Oh, here are my iron golems. I have no idea why I did this. But, hi guys! I kind of locked them up in here one night. Don't ask me why. I don't even know myself. But if we drop down through here, here's our entrance and exit to the village we were just in. We have a nice mushroom valley to go to. If we look over here, a nice, kind of a fancy there. Bridge, that's what it's called. Yeah. So over here's my first mushroom house. It is kind of on the big side. I just wanted to try something different. As I said, some night I'll do the full village tour. No wonder I can't move forward. I'm bumping into the house. So here is our smaller mushroom house. Kind of a creepier version of it. Got some pumpkins over here. If we come through the mushroom valley, if we drop down here, I do have a cave entrance that we can cut through and pop up here. I think this is called the coal trail. Let me check my sign. Yes, it's coal. It's called the Coal Cavern Passage. Then we have another small bridge to go over the lava flow. As I said, the Alka City data pack does make that look very creepy. So if we hop up this way, this is a bit of a rustic trail. Come running up here. And so this brings us to well, actually our first village I made. Just kind of a fancy bridge. I just like to run through the bridge. I promise I'll pick up the pace after this and we'll fly most of the way. So I think there's some things you have to see by foot. So hop up here. So here's our passage down to the lower village. This is called Seawall Village. As you can see, it's protected by spikes. So here's the tents area for the caravanners. Our butcher. Oh, look at the little black sheep. So this is more of like a merchant village. They kind of just, they don't necessarily live here full time. They kind of just come here and share their wares, sell their wares, not share. And I kind of did more of a fantasy style with the roofs. You can see our tree vendor, our fisherman, who's actually not standing on our food for a change. Oh, don't give me home. I've caught you so many times standing on the food it wasn't funny. Over here is our inn. As you can see here, I went a little bit nuts with the flowers. Excuse me. Our little canopies for where they want to eat. If we come back over this way, we have our little flower shop. Before we go that way, I do want to show you. Here's all our nice little banners. Here is our fishery, or our port. We have one sea ship. They just kind of climbed into the boats and never got out. I don't know why. And we have another little boat waiting to come into dock. So we come around this way. I come back this way because I do have another area over here. So if we come up, where is my entrance to this? Okay, here we go. So this is I call this the spa area for my villagers. This is just a place where they can, you know, talk to the bartender, get a drink, or maybe some food. Maybe they like hot wings. If I was coming here and they had hot wings, I'd be getting hot wings. Don't judge me. Do yourself. So like the Alka City changed all the villagers to look like this. I don't know, I find it hilarious. I'm sorry, be mad at me about that. So then we have our swimming area with the floating lanterns, our little diving board. So if we come over this way, we have our lounges where they can sit by the water's edge. We have a little barbecue area. Although since I switched data packs, they don't quite fit. Actually resource packs, but that's okay. I think this is my adorable little birch bridge. It's too cute. Sorry, I'm a little too excited over this bridge. Some cabanas that you get changed into, and then you can hop in to our mineral springs. And just kind of sit, relax. You can go floating on the water if you want. So if you follow the path this way, this leads to, well, two areas. Whoa, as I hit my tree. Here's my acacia bridge. Eventually I'm going to do something over here with the jungle. I haven't quite figured out yet what. I've tried a couple things and I didn't really like it. So, yeah. So now we're heading on what is called Dead Man's Trail. So here we have a couple of very not so safe looking bridges. Funny thing with these bridges, when I was making them, I literally had nightmares about them. So with me, I have a fear of bridges. I hate them. I don't like them. I will try absolutely. I can't even walk on this one. Let's fly over it. I will do everything in my power to not have to go on the bridge. Now, is it a phobia that controls my life? No. I will go across bridges, but it's with distress. I won't lie. We're not sure why. This is something I've had since I was a kid. Just kind of a... I mean, look at that bridge. Would you want to go on that bridge? Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get off the bridge. So, I did have a path here. There we go. Fortunately, the new resource pack I installed, the dirt after a while turns to grass if I don't set it to like a dirt path. So I'm kind of doing this from memory. So, I'm sorry, I keep saying so a lot. Oh, I almost forgot to show you the Riven's Night sailboat. This has been was one of the most complicated boats I ever built. I went through a thing where I had to be building boats. I don't know why. But isn't she pretty? I mean, I know I've seen much more detailed boat builds out there. So here's the other, I call this one the guard tower, not so much the watchtower I was telling you about. Oh, those are the ender rods I have on the top. You drop down there and look up, they kind of look squiggly. So as you can see, this is much more well fortified. And here's our friend Ned. I don't know what he's going to shoot at. Hopefully not us. And then over here we have the guard tower where they rest at night. Here's a small cow farm. And look at that, all my cows are actually staying in there for a change. Normally they're escaping all over the place on me. Here's the little farmer's house. So if we come back up this way, I'm trying to make this as quickly as possible so the video is not too long, which I think I have failed at already. And my villager agrees with me, apparently. So here is our... Oh, mind freeze. Okay, here's our armor stands. I'm using the armor stand vanilla tweaks. So you can see I have them in different poses. Yeah, I know. You don't like it. So this is our blacksmith area. So once again, we see PK's. These can be, it says tool racks, but they can also hold the, not the armor. Oh my gosh, my brain is freezing. It can also hold the weapons. That's what they are. So I have a little archery area. A little mannequin you can fight. He can... Why did you leave your lava on? Or did my redstone... Okay, my redstone didn't break. Ah! Don't pop out at me. No, that's not safe to leave on, buddy. His work area. Jump up here. I like this area. I just like how it was hidden inside the mountain. So, he hides his precious ores there. Now we're going to hop out, drop down, and fly a little bit more. So we have this path. That's going to lead up to my house. And there we just have a little random house there. So if we run up here. Oh, by the way, look at my pretty rainbow coming out of the tree. Why is it coming out of the tree? I have no idea. But I just wanted it to. So we'll come back to. Let's not land on his house. So we'll come up to the path to my house. Kind of run down. I hear a piggy. Oops, excuse me, piggy. Yeah, that's one of the disadvantages to having a house on a mountain. Lots of stairs. Kind of needed a little rest area and a place to sit in case it rained. Although that bamboo kind of looks like cactus to me. Not sure I want to sit on that. Another place you can look out and you can see the pretty rainbow. And I have a secret area. Well, it's not so secret. You guys probably just saw it. And here's what my house looks like. I'm not really going to do a house tour at the moment. And like down here's my garden. Another long set of stairs. And if we come out this way, fly past my pretty rainbow. As I said, I bet you saw it already. And I drop down here, maybe. Whee! Splat! So I have a little elevator ready to go. Sorry, I love to say that. So here's my enchanting area. And if we come up this way into our beautiful cherry blossom forest, we have a place to make brew and make potions. Thank you guys so much for coming to this live stream. As I said, the plan is to try to do 2 a week. The longer ones should hopefully be Friday nights. That's going to depend how I feel after work. But most of the time it will be starting around 11 o'clock. Thank you very much. And I hope everybody has a great day or evening, whatever it is with you. Time it is with you. Oh boy, I'm just going to go now. Bye!